Luani. Among the children that played with Dookie at the pond was an older girl named Luani. Mo noticed her devotion and fondness for his little girl, as though she were a sister. Luani was always sharing toys with Dookie, seeking her comfort and being fair with her in all their games. Luani seemed different from the other boys and girls who played at the pond while their mothers washed clothes. One day, while Dookie and Luana were making mud balls at the edge of the pond, Luani asked, "Dookie, when you come to the spring, why doesn't your mother come too?" "I don't have a mother," replied Dookie. "Big Mo is all the mother I have. He cares for me and loves me. He even washes my clothes." Both girls laughed because it was unusual for men to do the work of women. "Would you like to see my mother?" asked Luani. "Is she a cross mother?" asked Dookie. "No, she is not cross. She is a good mother." "Shall we ask Big Mo if you can come over with me to see my mother?" "She is washing clothes over on the rocks." "Yes," said Dookie, "I really would like to see your mother." Brushing the sand from their hands and knees, Luani and Dookie ran to where Big Mo was washing garments and milk strainers. He looked up and smiled as the two girls came near. "May I go with Luani to see her mother?" Luani hurried to explain. "You see, Dookie doesn't have any mother but you. May she come to see my mother? She is not a cross mother. She likes to talk to little girls." "Where is your mother?" asked Mo. "Right over there washing out our clothes," said Luani, pointing in the direction of a woman who was kneeling on a rock, dipping a garment up and down in the water. Mo thought it might be wise for Dookie to meet a mother, since she had become curious about her own. Since Luani was a kind, thoughtful playmate, surely the mother would be kind also. "You may go for just a little while," said Mo. A look of anticipated pleasure crossed the girl's face. "I will come back to you soon," Dookie said. "You will not go home without me, will you?" "I'll wait right here for you," he promised. The two girls pattered along the wet sand to see Luani's mother. Dookie was shy at first, for she had never talked to a mother before. She timidly dug her toes in the sand as she looked at the woman carefully, noting the long, dark hair pulled back in a roll at her neck, the kind eyes, the friendly smile, and neatly arranged sari that she wore. So this was a mother. She had seen many women at a distance carrying their babies on their hips or washing clothes at the pond. Somehow Mo always managed to avoid meeting them face to face, and the women always kept out of his way. They were not anxious to be near the big man of the village. "Do not be afraid of me, child," said the mother kindly. "I would like to be your friend. Luani tells me you are a bright child. Where do you go to school?" "I do not go to school," said Dookie. "There is no need for me to go because, you see, when we sit by the fire at night and watch the moon come up, Big Mo teaches me what I need to know. There are so many things I must learn so I can grow up to be a fine lady." "Yes, he has taught you well," said Luani's mother. "I am sure he is proud of you, for you are a fine little lady now." The woman was surprised that the child could answer her questions with such intelligence. Big Mo had been a good father, in spite of the reports of the villagers. After the two little girls had talked to the mother for several minutes, Dookie suddenly remembered her promise to Big Mo. "I think he is ready to go now. I am glad that I could talk with a real mother. I'll see you again sometime. Goodbye." That night, as Big Mo and Dookie sat on the doorstep, she asked him a question that made the strong man of the village tremble with fear. She could feel the muscles in the strong arms around her quiver and tighten as she waited for his answer. She repeated her question, thinking perhaps he had not heard the first time. "May I go to the mission school with Luani?" Big Mo put his arm more firmly around her as he said huskily, "Oh, my precious girl, what have I done? The spirits will really be angry. They might even take you from me." "Why?" asked Dookie, looking into his face. "Because the mission school people are Christians." "Christians?" echoed Dookie. "What are Christians?" "You never told me about Christians before." "I did not tell you about Christians before because I thought I could keep you away from them until you were big enough to understand how dangerous they are. Do you remember that long walk we took one day when we followed the bees to see if we could find their hive? We came to some long white buildings with red roofs." "You mean the temple?" she asked. "No, we saw the temple that day too, but the mission is beyond the village at the end of the winding road." "Yes, I remember. You told me we would not go any closer because that was where the Christians were, and we should not talk to them." "That is right," said Mo. "You remember well." "But what do Christians do to you?" asked Dookie. "Even if you talk to them, they cast a spell over you, and this angers the spirits." "How could I know that Luani and her mother were Christians?" "I don't think Christians are so bad," said Dookie. "Luani is my friend, and her mother was very kind to me. She wouldn't cast a spell over me, would she?" Big Mo flipped a little rock into the fire before he answered. "That is what is so puzzling. Luani is a kind little girl, and I thought you were safe when you played with her. But one never knows." Dookie put her arms around Big Mo's neck and cuddled against his shoulder. "They wouldn't cast a spell over me. I wouldn't let them." "Hush, my little one. Let us not boast about things over which we have no control. There are many dangers to fear in the big world, tigers and bears and leopards and wild dogs. There are curses of the spirits and curses of snakes, curses of the devil gods, curses of wood and flood and wind. But the spell of the Christians is the most to be feared. They are tricky, for they fool us with their gentle ways, and before we know it, we become Christians too. Then the spirits come upon us with terrible curses. My little one, they might even take you away from me. What can we do?" For a long time, Mo held her close. He was thinking hard. Then an idea came to him. "Flowers, yes, flowers for the little shrine under the spirit tree. We will go to the village early in the morning and get many flowers for the spirits," he said, jumping up quickly. "But now we will put up the bamboo gate and go to sleep."